Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video at the Darke County Park District. I'm Mitchell, and for the past couple weeks now, you guys have got to meet each of our program birds of prey. We started off with our two red-tailed hawks, Sky and Spirit. You'll see Spirit here up in center. She likes the attention. Over here we had Pip, the eastern screech owl, which you got to see and hear about with Mandy. And then last week you got to meet Umber, who's our barred owl. But today we have one more bird that I'd like you to meet. The reason why I didn't lump her in with the program birds is because she's a retired bird now. She's getting to be pretty old. Some of you may know who I'm talking about, but of course I'm referencing Greta, our great horned owl. Let's go in and let's take a look at her. Let's get to meet her a little bit. Now, most of you are familiar with the Mew behind me. This is the building that we've been touring you through the last couple weeks. But Greta resides in the structure right next door. This is Greta's Mew. We have the fence around her just to keep people, give her some distance between her enclosure and observers. But we do have a window where if you peek through, you may be able to see her hiding back there. She's saying good morning. But let's go in and let's say hello to her a little bit closer. All right, you guys. I'm here with Greta, our great horned owl. And for those of you who have never met Greta or don't know anything about her, the most important detail that you should probably know about Greta is that she is almost completely blind. Due to several vehicle strikes, she has had quite a few injuries, including loss of her eyesight. So because she's blind, she gets some medicine for her eyes, or eye. She only has one left. And we have eye drops that help to relieve some of the pressure and possibly any discomfort that she may get. And every day, twice a day, she gets an eye drop in her eye. And this is done by naturalist staff and a volunteer who helps to take care of Greta almost daily. Okay, so I've got the eye drops. Let's go ahead and go in and see if we can get her to cooperate on video for some eye drops. Hi, Greta girl. How are you? Now the hissing you're hearing is just her kind of giving me the warning saying, hey, watch it, I can hear you, and I don't want any funny business. But she knows that she gets drops, so let's see if she cooperates. There we go. Good girl, Greta. So one of the many battles that we have when working with Greta is because she can't see, she gets nervous pretty easy when she doesn't quite understand what's going on. It's not it's not her typical day for someone to come in here and kind of just start trying to get real close to her with a camera. Obviously she doesn't see the camera, but she can tell that something's just kind of off about me in particular getting very close. The only person that she trusts is Pam, our volunteer who does help her. Pam will come in and she will talk with Greta and spend some time and sit for maybe an hour or two. And Greta and Pam have grown quite a relationship. And at this point, Greta doesn't really like to open the doors to any new friends. So right now, it's kind of weird for her to have me hanging around for an extended period of time. So let's talk some more about great horned owls. They are the largest species of owl that we have here in Ohio. ID marks consist of the following. On her head, you can see that she's also got the ear tufts. The scientific name for these are plumicorns, and as Mandy told us with Pip, our eastern screech owl, they are used for camouflage. Moving down to her face, you'll notice that she's got a rusty facial disc outlined in black. And great horned owls usually have bright yellow eyes. Now, due to Greta's blindness and her eye injuries, you cannot see any color in her eyes. They've clouded over. But moving further down, earlier when I gave her drop, you probably noticed a white patch on her throat. We tend to call this a white bib. This is prominent on all great horned owls. Moving further down, You'll notice that her body is a modeling of browns and blacks and whites. Her belly has black horizontal lines all the way down to her feet, which you will notice are feathered. Now you are all probably wondering, how does a blind bird navigate their enclosure? Well, Greta here is a pretty smart bird, and she has created a mental map of everything in her room. She knows where it's at in this moment. If I were to move anything, she could get lost pretty easily. Now Greta gets a healthy diet of mice and rats, but in the wild, these birds are capable of taking small to medium-sized prey. This can include possums, raccoons, and even skunks. Yeah, you heard right, skunks. Gray horned owls actually don't have a very strong sense of smell, so eating skunks doesn't bother them in the slightest. They are fierce hunters, though. They actually have been given the nickname the Tiger of the Woods because they are at the top of the food chain. Those talons that you see on her feet, they are capable of exerting 500 pounds per square inch of force on whatever prey that she's hoping to catch. So when we would handle her with our gloves, it was very possible that if she wanted to, she could put her talons straight through those gloves. All right, everyone, that concludes our short little visit with Greta. If you want to visit her, her room can be seen through this window in the fence. She will be on display as long as there's no severe weather, just like the other birds. You can also find her enclosure right next to the other mew there. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for coming along with me, and continue to stay healthy, and we'll hopefully see you on the trail soon. Bye. And for the last 3 weeks or so, you've got to meet each of our program birds of prey. On week 1, getting to be about 18 years old, and